want to go out to another spot where it's very windy right now, Jacksonville Beach, and that is where we find Shelby Danielson. I know it's hard to keep your camera lens dry in conditions like this, Shelby.
Go! Hey there, guys. I just want to start here because I want to show you how strong this wind is. You can barely get this door open. It is strong. So I'm going to let that close safely. Come over here. I just want to show you this water pump. There are about 8, I believe, water pumps that the beach has put out. You can see it. It's actually working right now. So this pump will go up all the way to the beach. If we can walk this way, you can see how strong this wind is. This pump will pump excess water out from Irma. So this is something that was added so that, of course, if this floods again, which it did last year during Matthew, this is an additional measure that, again, will pump out excess water. There are 8 of these along the beaches. And then another additional measure that was taken is that there are certain access points for the beach that have those sand dunes built up as a barrier. So that's going to be very helpful. We're trying to make our way over to the beach right now. My photographer is working hard through this wind, but I want to show you the water because these waves are so choppy. Are you okay, Joe? He lost his hat already. We may have to take a quick break here because the wind is so strong, but like I said, these pumps, okay, it's dying down a little bit. These pumps are working intermittently. They're only being turned on when needed. The first one was turned on this morning. Then it was turned off a little bit after that because they're really saving this for the brunt of the storm, which we know will come a little bit later this evening. And we know the biggest portion of the impact from Irma is going to be hitting when it's dark out, which is another reason for those curfews. You can see this pump. It is still working. And I don't know if you can see those waves, but they are very strong. They're choppy. They came all the way up to these dunes earlier. At high tide, they were just pounding these dunes. But it's amazing because, as you know, these dunes were restored after Matthew just in time. Now, I believe if we have a soundbite from someone I interviewed earlier, I want to toss to him. He is an employee at Waffle House in Jacksonville. We've done a lot of stories with some Waffle Houses around the First Coast because they are really the last man standing, last business open, and they are proud to do their job. Why did you guys decide to stay open?
Oh, that's the Waffle House way. We're the last to close and the first to open.
Why is that? I mean, do you just want to serve the community or what?
Exactly. We're a neighborhood restaurant. We take care of our neighborhoods. So everybody wants somewhere nice and warm and dry to come to. Even when we lose electricity, we have generators and gas stoves. So we stay open no matter what.
Now, a little bit of a disclaimer, they actually recently just closed, but we spoke with Sid earlier and we just loved their enthusiasm for serving the community. But with the conditions the way they are now, I think it's for the best that they ended up closing down. So they are headed home to be safe, but we appreciate how they do want to help out with everyone. Now, if you can look at this, we can see the water filling this up every minute or so. Oh, here comes another one. There you go. If Joe, did you catch that one in the water? Okay, you can see it just filling up with water and it's pumping that excess water back out. So far it looks like no flooding in these beach access points. Of course, we haven't really, been impacted by Irma like we're going to, so we'll see if these work, but we can see they're already starting to work for us. And you can see these little sea oats that was part of that beach restoration project. They are clearly little baby sea oats, but we're hoping these dunes can do their job. Of course, we're going to keep an eye on this for you. A little bit later, we're going to kind of give you a bird's eye view when we go up a little bit higher to show you what it looks like down here. And, despite these conditions being so bad, we've seen a lot of people out on the beaches up until about this point. I think everyone is now kind of heading back in, realizing you don't want to be out here if you don't have to. I know there are some public works crews, kind of a skeleton crew, I'm told, that are out here just really making sure everything's running smoothly, like this right here. There are a lot of police officers out here. JSO is helping out all along these beaches. Good news is I spoke to all of the mayors in the beach community, and they say 0 reports for any hurricane crime related activity, which is great because that's one of the reasons for that curfew, to prevent burglaries, since, you know, most of this town has evacuated. So we're gonna keep an eye out here for you. We're gonna be moving around, showing you different locations. I'm gonna be covering the beach area for many hours. So if you have any questions or any concerns, just let us know. And one more thing before I send it back to you guys. Kings Road, near the Intracoastal, Kings Road and Nightfall Drive, that area is closed down due to flooding. That's in Neptune Beach. So that's just one area we know of so far that is closed to flooding. I tweeted out a few pictures. There was also a big tree down. Public Works crews have since cleared that up. So we want to thank them for working so hard. And we'll be back in just a little bit live in Jacksonville Beach. Shelby Danielson, First Coast News, on your side.